Hello. Hey, it works. You never know. How you doing, everybody? Hello. Hello, everyone. How you doing? How you doing? You all alive? You all alive? How you doing, Noah? Hey, Redstone. Hey, Enderblade. Hey, Pulsar. Yannick, you need to go to bed. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know how anyone stays up that late anymore. I just don't do it. I cannot do it. I went saw the Australian Chamber Orchestra last night, which was bloody marvelous. Really, really good. But, you know, 7 o'clock concert, finishes around 9:30. I'm knackered. That's like well past. Not really, but it's bedtime. That's bedtime. Wow, that's an overstatement, Pulsar. You can't watch. Yeah, I know. Gotta get your dose of Scotty. How you doing? Hope you're well, man. So you released an album, Yannick, with one of the libraries. I have not yet listened to it, but I will check it out. Congratulations! Must have been a bit of work. Big Red, thank you. Hope you're well. How have I been this week? What have I done? What have I done this week? Been finishing off some music for my wife's exhibition. So that's like the classical sort of arty music that I was doing last week. Sort of finished off the first movement, I guess you would call it. It was fun. Sounding weird. Well, that one is I don't follow the slate release schedules. Fair enough. It was in my Spotify. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Wow, really, Pulsar? What would I say? That was an interesting little track. That one. That was a weird sort of vibe, and I kind of enjoyed making that one. That was a good one. Where is it? Where is it? Pinnacle Sports Orchestra. Through Adam. Very nice. 2 years. Wow, okay. Well, congratulations, finally out. Thank you, Killtech. I try to do it. Hopefully today we're going to work on another sort of uplifting kind of track. It's one we started in February. At the time, I think I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I think maybe we can give it another crack after we get in a bit of time to simmer there. You know what I mean? You're overworked. I'm sorry, Big Red. Your boss yourself is a cruel taskmaster. I kind of know that feeling. All self-employed people have really big butts for bosses. Redstone, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Hey Snows, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, thanks, Pulsar. Slowly getting that audience. Yeah, I gotta make a 40k style. I agree. Definitely the lead up to the new Warhammer game. Oh, might make some 40k infused stuff. Have I gotten fan art before? Yeah, actually some of the... Like people have... I guess you'd call it fan art. People playing around with my themes from the animation versus Minecraft stuff, and animation versus animator, including a few people who are in chat right now. I guess I would call that fan art. No one's drawn a picture of me. If that's what you're asking. No one's drawn a picture of me. I'm fine with that though. What else did I do? I finished a theme for a game this week. I think this is a sort of a gig that came through my agent, and I think it's done now. I don't think I'm involved with the rest of the music. It's just the theme. Kind of like I feel like I'm Danny Elfman swooping in to write the main theme for the game, you know, and then run away again. Leave it to someone else to finish the rest of it. Yeah, I love working with Alan Redstone. It's a pretty cool gig. Very, very happy that he got in touch. You know, it's been a really good ride. Oh, that's awesome, Killtech. When do we get to know what we're working on? I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'll let you know, I guess. I'll let you know. I feel like one of them has been announced. So it's like it's just whether they're happy for me to announce that I'm working on it. I probably should ask them. It's not, doesn't seem to be in any of the contracts I've signed, doesn't seem to be clearly stated anywhere, other than like just like the general, you know, I will not share, you know, disclose, you know, things that shouldn't be disclosed. But the game exists, you know, it's been announced, and I think it was, yeah, shown at one of the Game Award things, the Game Awards or the Summer Games, I don't know, I forget which one it was, but yeah. And the other one, I don't know. I don't even know if it's been announced yet, so who knows, actually. Yeah, one of those ones, Yannick. I remember watching it because I didn't know it was going to be part of the showcase, and it's like it appears. Like, oh wow, okay. So it does exist. It definitely exists. It's also one of those games where I like the extent of my involvement. It's also like I've done a little bit of work, but I haven't done a lot of it. So it's like it's knowing how far the well goes with that one as well. It's curious. How long does it take on average to make a song? It depends, really. Yeah, like how complex the song is, I guess. So if it's really densely orchestrated, lots of instruments doing lots of things, it can actually take a long time to make very little progress. But then sometimes you can write like, you know, many minutes a day on certain tracks that just kind of come out of you. Particularly like more ambient stuff or slower music where you got like yeah, like things are happening at a much slower pace, and so you can write more time. I always think of like how much time, how long it takes to write so many minutes of music, because that's, you know, quite, when you're a media composer, you kind of think in those sort of terms, because in the end, that's really what you're being asked to deliver is a certain amount of music. And so the question that you always got to ask yourself, I guess, is how long does it take me to write X amount of minutes? You know, so if you have to write, I don't know, 30 minutes for a game, or for a TV project or a film project or something, How long does it take me to write 30 minutes of music? Well, it's like guesstimating. I think I've guesstimated now, like, because I don't really push myself. I don't like take gigs that like that require you to have the project done yesterday. So I don't have to like spend my waking hours just sitting in front of my computer writing music. So my average is about like, I guess 2 minutes a day. And that accounts for like some days where the music is slow going, and then also some where it's much faster. I mean, I have written up to 10 minutes of music in one day. Without killing myself. 2 minutes is your new goal? Yeah, fair enough. I think that's a good sort of mark. I think it's also a trade-off sometimes when if you have to write more music, you kind of compromise. Like write more music in a short period of time, you have to compromise on the quality a little bit. And I kind of hate doing that because, I kind of try my best to give them as good a product as I can give them, and making sure that I have the time to do that is important. Thank you, Redstone. Thanks, Noz. Looking forward to working on it. It's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm really happy with the machine score. It turned out pretty well. Yeah, I need to maybe think about, like, because there's a lot of people who want to use the music from Alan's animations, and I don't know, you kind of can. Like, I'm not gonna go around and like DMCA you, but this is not like a wholesale permission to do that. It's kind of, it is Alan's music, it's not really like, it's not part of the library, so you can't just do the same thing. But it would be kind of cool to like create, a series of tracks that kind of play around with the vibes that have come from the animations. Point, how you going? Yeah, it is my music. Yeah, you can find it in all sorts of places. I think I've got a command. There you go. There you go. Have a look. I'm also on YouTube too. If you want, just search my name, Scott Buckley. You'll find it. You'll find me. But welcome on in. Sometimes you've got to finesse around with sounds. That counts too. Yes. Yeah. You need to like find the right things. Find the right things that make the right bloops. Rodrigo, hello. Following since 2020. Thank you very much, buddy. From Spain, nice. I want to go to Spain one day. I do. Don't speak a lick of Spanish though. Everything has 5 different plot twists all at the end, yes. Yeah, there's a lot going on. The guys had good ideas too. So it's not all just me. Like, we're all working in collaboration to get the right storytelling done. So they always come with me with their ideas about where the music should be going to. So it's always these projects are, you're collaborating with other people, because it's really it's their project, right? That's their story, what we're trying to tell. It's not mine, so it's making sure that everything I'm doing is helping to reinforce what's happening. What's my opinion on AI music? I hate it, Redstone. Hate it. What are we doing? It's not what we should be using AI for. It's not. It's really not. To replace creativity. What the hell? Like, why are we doing it? Makes no sense to me. It's where the machine first watched mess up. Yes! They were a bit worried that they'd sort of freak out some folks. There was a lot of death. It's a website you can search for if your music was trained on. I think I had a look in there. I mean, I couldn't see anything, but do you have a link? Maybe it's the wrong website. Because I know there was like a data set that was floating around and like a website where you could search whether your name appeared in the data set. I mean, I'm 100% sure my music has been used to train data sets. Like 100% sure. Like free music that can just be like downloaded by anybody. Come on, it's got to be available. It's got to be in those data sets already. Like the amount of times, like the amount of misuse my music has seen over the years, it has to be being used. And I mean, I hate that, but it's what it is, I guess. I don't really have I don't have resources to fight this thing, so I'm hoping that some of these, these royalties organizations, people that industry bodies that are representing musicians and composers and artists actually get some wins. I think that GEMA, the German performance royalties organization, they got a big win in their court system against Suno. I think they essentially got, Suno got, pinned with a massive, a big, I don't know what the words are, but they got done. They got, they were found guilty of, stealing people's music and they have to be liable for that in some way, which is good. And I think this will help other cases by providing a bit of precedence, even if it's a different jurisdiction. I think it will still be good. 150 hits, god damn it. Here we go, we're doing this live, everyone. We're seeing how much my music has been used in AI datasets. No, that's pretty much half, most of the library. I mean, the library's about 250. Oh, it's even stuff from AVM. Assholes. Sorry. I don't normally swear on stream. But here we are. Bloody hell. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it has happened, but it's like now it's confirmed. Now it's confirmed. Yeah, great to see GEMA, doing something. Well, that's something, eh? Thanks for sharing that, Yannick. I'll keep that link. Keep that link safe. Good that The Atlantic has done this too. Actually, let's just go to my favorites bar so I can look at it every time I feel like crying a bit. Does it say who? I don't know. So this is, what do they say? So the presence of a work in a dataset is not definitive proof that it was used. Companies often use multiple datasets in training, so the absence of a given work is also not proof that it hasn't been used. Note that some datasets contain multiple copies of certain works. So they got a frequently asked questions thingo. And I have to sign in to read more. No! No! I'm glad they made that a free page though. That's good. Well, that's great. That's pretty good, eh? Yeah, you're right, Big Red. It's expected. I totally thought it was going to happen, but yeah, it's still a bummer to see it. Because I did check. There was another, maybe it's just before The Atlantic had published this, maybe. But there was a data set that I just checked and it wasn't in that. But is it in 2 data sets? Does it say which data sets? So this is the Lion data set. Collection of over 12 million music tracks from YouTube, totaling 91 years of music. Non-profit. This is a non-profit based in Germany that builds large data sets and have received funding from Hugging Face, Stability's AI co-founder and former CEO Emad Mustak. I mean, I've heard of Hugging Face and Stability. But yeah, it's like, who's using this data set, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. I made it. Beige is a big time. Yeah. That's journalism these days, Killtech. You have to pay for it, unfortunately. I get it though. I get why they're doing it. But But thank you for sharing that, Yannick. Yeah, good to know. It's actually good to know. I hope you can, Redstone. Like, can feel the difference between AI music and music made manually. I hope so. But sometimes I wonder how long it will take until that's the case. I don't know. Hey, Kate, how you going? Well, thank you. I'm glad you like him. Seems a bit of a contemplative music run at the moment. Very sort of introspective kind of music. The next one will be a piano track. So it's just piano. Which is not a common thing for me. It used to be more common, like years ago. These days it's less common. Haven't got a name for it yet though. Have to figure it out. How do I decide the names of songs? I don't know. I struggle with them the most, Redstone. Sometimes I have a really strong idea of what the track is trying to do, like the storytelling aspect of it. So it's kind of easy to find a name that sort of matches that feeling. But sometimes it's a little more complicated because it's not always a very clear, you know, clear idea that I'm trying to express. Yeah, even so Big Red, even like so I follow Hank Green. Like I've been following him for, I don't know, decades at this point, I guess. And Hank Green even got pulled up for using too much AI, and he's having a break now to like reassess his research flow, and like it's finding its way into everything. Everyone's brains are starting to rot. It's a bit scary. I hate to see it though, Yannick. Kind of makes an argument for keeping music behind a paywall. Yeah. So I'm working on a new website at the moment, which will be an update to the library, as well as like my, I guess, a portfolio website for me, but keeping the library obviously intact with all the same URLs and everything, so people can find the music in the same place no matter what happens. But the question has come up is like whether the music should be behind some sort of gate. I don't want it to be a paywall necessarily, but like an email, providing an email or something like that. Mostly to stop just like wholesale downloading. But this is from YouTube, so this data set has been essentially just ripped off YouTube. So it's like this kind of, like, in this day and age, like, making downloads easier or less easier for people is not going to stop people no matter what, right? Like, you can just, like, there's tools, like I have a tool that you can just download any video you want. I use it to, like, you know, get like material to write music to, just to play around with for writing library music sometimes. I don't publish anything using those downloads. I just use it for my own uses. But like, anyone can download my music off YouTube if they wanted to do that. It's no stopping anyone from ripping audio off videos. So it's like, I don't know, making a download less easy is not gonna solve that problem. And I kind of feel icky. I don't know. I have this whole weird complex, guys, about like the value of my music and like making music like as available as possible, and you know, like I have this weird complex about it. And it's the reason why I made the library free in the first place. Is because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to harvest some sort of level of like weird value from you guys. I don't know. If you want to contribute, like Big Red has done right now, thank you very much, Big Red. You can do that, but I don't want it to be like the me asking, you know, you to do that. It's only up if you have the means and you want to do that. And I guess that also includes email, because I just don't want to clutter. I don't want to be the guy, because I don't want to be the guy cluttering people's email inboxes. My inbox is as bad as anyone else's, and I hate it. So again, if you want to get an email from me, you can sign up to the email list, but I'm not gonna like push you to do it. Anyway, so I have a weird thing. I probably should talk to my my therapist about that. Sharing's caring. I agree. How much communism can we shove into capital? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Ashley, read your comment. Your comment, Big Red. People think they can use it more productive, but the things that they produce are lesser and error-filled. Seeing Hank Green repeat AI hallucinations, which is how he got busted, was eye-opening. That sucks, Big Red. He's a smart guy. Like, he doesn't need AI. He already has the skills and the tools he needs to do everything he needs to do. Like, he's been doing this without AI for decades. Like, why does he need to be more efficient? Why? Like, I'm partly so glad to a certain extent, because I miss it, but I'm so glad that I'm not doing science anymore. Although, you know, being a musician these days has also got its issues. But being a scientist these days must be filled with like pressures to like, because it's always been about like, you always have not enough time doing science research. There's never enough time. Like, there's always demands from many different directions for your time, and it was always like every scientist that I knew that I worked with, both here in Australia and in Sweden, they were all just overworked. I mean, Sweden was better. They had much better work-life balance there than they did in Australia, I think. But still, everyone was stressed. Everyone was stressed trying to find the next, you know, grant to fund their position for the next, you know, 2 to 3 years. And you're just constantly applying for stuff, and also constantly trying to, you know, run experiments, analyze data, and write papers. Just write papers and get them published. Get published as many papers as publishing papers is like, you know, pushing out albums for music. Like, it's the currency that, you know, people. Well, maybe not albums. Albums are not so current these days. But it's like, but you need papers out there so you can prove that you deliver results and you can get the next gig. You can get the next, grant that will fund your next experiment, which will fund your next blah, 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 blah. And I can just, I imagine that AI is just rife right now in science research. And I don't know how I would have felt about that. I feel like I'm a bit crusty. I feel like I'm a big old crusty dude about this whole thing. But boy, I mean, science will be much worse for it, I think. It was getting pretty bad as it was, I think. Particularly if people are sort of relying very heavily on AI to provide information that they can write about, like hallucinations. Because I feel like, so it's when you're publishing a paper, like your research, trying to get it published into a journal, usually what happens is that it goes through what's called a peer review process. So you'll have 2 to 3 other researchers, your peers in your field, who will look at your paper and look at the methods that you use to collect the data, look at your data analysis, look at your conclusions, and try to decide whether that the way you've done the experiment is valid, and the conclusions you've come to are valid. And at the moment, and particularly when I was working in science, was that there was a huge problem with finding people to review papers, because everyone, as I talked about before, everyone was just so busy, and it was so hard to get people, because reviewers also do not get paid. They do not get paid to do this job. It's kind of like this, altruistic thing that other scientists do to, essentially keep science moving forward. It's a thing that we're all expected to do, but you don't get paid for that. And you've also got, a paid position that requires you to do certain things. And reviewing is not necessarily part of that job. And so it's harder and harder to find people to review papers. And so the people who are getting to review papers are maybe not the right people who should be reviewing those papers. And a lot of things get through review that necessarily, maybe in the past have not been able to get through review. There's more papers than ever before as well. So there's a lot more pressure for people to look at things, and it's kind of collapsing. Things are kind of collapsing a bit. So it doesn't really work. Maybe AI can help us here. Maybe AI can review the papers for us. I don't know. But anyway, that's me talking about things that people don't really care about. Old man yelling at clouds. Scott, how many pizzas last sheet right now? I don't know. I can't give that information. Killtech, you just have to decide that for yourself. Depends on the size of the pizza, I think. Really does. No problem, Planet Productions. You're very welcome. I mean, I see someone using AI for their work automatically signals to my brain that they're not trustworthy if they can't go through the work, at least remove the traces from the finish. I think that's at least they can do, right? I have no problem with people using AI as a tool to, gather information, to brainstorm, that sort of thing. That's fine. But then do your due diligence and fact check, yourself. Don't use AI to fact check, and then remove anything that it made. Just do it yourself. You have then, at that point, all the information you need to do the thing that you need to do. So do it. Still haven't found an AI hack to write music faster. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Except to use Suno, I guess. But that doesn't really help us. I don't think. Does not help. Probably should do some music, hey? Oh, we're okay. Have you thought of doing dramedy music? Dramedy music? I don't even know what that would sound like. I'll have to check it out. Have I ever used Notefly to MuseScore? No, I haven't, Chapters. No. The problem with people using AI is that way is that it becomes addictive and it shapes how you think. It's horrifying. Yeah, it is worrying. It is worrying. It just becomes really easy. It's an easy way to do certain things. I mean, I find myself too, like, I will ask it questions that I would normally Google myself. Like, and it's not so easy these days when AI is just shoved in your face everywhere. So, like, you know, the Google AI is just there when you do a search, and it just becomes so easy to just look at the Google AI than to actually go down and scroll down to look at actual websites to find the information. I feel so sorry for Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is fast becoming obsolete in a way. And not because it's not good and because it's actually, you know, valuable. It's because it's incredibly valuable as a resource. But it's just that the way that now the internet is kind of built, and these tech companies are building essentially their platforms to have you funnel you into AI, you know, that like people aren't scrolling down anymore to the Wikipedia entry. They're just looking at the Google AI. Yeah, we need some uplifting music. I'll see what I can do. I don't know, I feel a bit depressed now. Gatchaling, how you going? One of my compositions is favours of Castles in the Sky. Oh, wow. There's not too many people who actually profess that one's their favourite, so that's beautiful, thank you. Everyone, that's the thing about, like, the cool thing about this library is that it has, I mean, allow me to do lots of different styles and feelings and, you know, different kinds of things. And it always amazes me that, like, there are certain tracks that really resonate with a really wide audience. Certain tracks that don't, but there's always someone out there who likes, you know, X track, even if it's not extraordinarily popular. You know, there's always someone out there. Mina, how you going, buddy? You were just thinking about me? Oh, buddy, thank you. What is this song in the background? I don't know. Where's the page? Balefire. It's not too loud. Let me know if it's too loud. I don't know. It's called Balefire. It was one of my... I don't know what inspired this one. I think I was playing a lot of Dabbler. I think that was it. Still do. If you're not following Mina, everybody, go follow Mina. Mina's also a game composer based here in Australia, and also hosts the ABC Game Show on ABC Radio, ABC Classical FM. Big fan. Giving you a shout out. I hope that's okay. I think the way that AI works is that it gives you the wrong information that just sounds correct. Yes, that's actually very true, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is the problem. Sometimes it just sounds good enough that people will go, oh yeah, I'll accept that as the truth. Absolutely. Yeah, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous thing. Cheers, Mina. Immediately added to playlist. Very good, Enderblade. I need to go through the catalog again and like, I know a lot of other music channels on YouTube. They push out these like big playlists, the hour long, you know, epic music video. And I know why they do it. It's because the longer play times give you more revenue. I know why they do it. But I'd like to do it, you know, maybe a little bit extra cash, but it'd be nice too. But there's so many tracks that I think people have just, like I've pushed out, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, and then have kind of, no one's found it again. And then everyone hears it again. What's that track? What is that? So I need to go through the old collection and then push them out again. Recycle my old content. That's what everyone does these days, right? That's how you do it. Thanks, Mina. Had a lot of fun on Menace. Might be still more music to come, actually. So I'll have to figure out how to do the definitive soundtrack edition for the release. Cheers, Mina. I do like making the music. I really do. Also, AI only works because it just steals content from a computer. Yeah, spot on. Yeah, absolutely. But then, if AI becomes, if AI becomes so forward-facing that no one ever uses Wikipedia anymore, then Wikipedias are gonna not be there anymore. Because they need funding. They need funding from you guys to keep it going. Hey Haven, how you going? Hello. Oh, that's awesome, Haven. I hope that's working out for you. I think everyone should dabble with music. You don't have to be great at it, and that's okay. You can have so much fun by being bad at something, you know? So I told last week, like getting a violin, my great-grandfather's violin repaired at a violin luthier here in Brizzy, and I am so looking forward to making really bad sounds from it. Like, I'm so looking forward to it. Like, I saw ACO last night, and I'm just like, I'll never sound like any player from ACO, right? But it's just so inspiring to see them. It's like, I would love to just pick it up and just play something. Death metal. Okay, Yannick, yeah. I think, I was looking through. I might have to find it, Yannick. Quite a few years ago now, before I moved to Sweden, back in 2018, I was in a metal band with my brother-in-law, and I played the keyboards, and I felt really very out of place. Even though everyone in the metal scene, particularly in Brizzy, they're so lovely. They're so lovely. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I saw you were hosting the game music concert, and I unfortunately couldn't go, so couldn't even run into you. But yeah, next time you're up, hit me up. I live in West End, so it's like pretty central to everything in Brizzy. What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Doesn't matter. Clearly wasn't that important. Oh no, I was in a metal band with my brother-in-law, and I think I found when we're going through boxes with old CDs and DVDs, I found the EP that were released, which used to be on Spotify, but I think years ago whoever was responsible for uploading it didn't want to pay the resubscription fee to DistroKid or whatever. so it's disappeared. But maybe I'll play it to you guys. Have a listening day. It's not great music, but you know, we had a lot of fun. Oh man, QSO are fantastic. We saw them on Sunday. They did a concert, midday concert sort of thing. Now they nailed it. So good, such a good ensemble. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to get all these concerts off, like as a business expense. Just should put it against my company, because it's like it would be really good to because I need to go see these things. I need to go see these concerts, because otherwise I wouldn't really know what I get my ear trained to hear what an actual orchestra sounds like. If I'm making mock-ups for a living, I gotta figure out how to rip them off as best I can, you know? Yeah, Fanfare and Flight. Yep. Man, the finale to Swan Lake. You know, I kind of roll my eyes a little bit at the ballet music sometimes, but I mean, oh my gosh. The finale to Swan Lake just goes off. Oh, in that hall. Oh, there's just some moments there. Some moments very, very... I didn't realize how much John Williams pulls from Tchaikovsky as well. There's just some moments there that just sound like the finale to E.T. It's just like these soaring moments, like they just fly off a cliff, you know, like amazing. Oh, Haven, I'm so jealous. That would have been amazing. I mean, I spent like a year and a half in LA, but I didn't do anything when I was living there. I was just so, I don't know. I was very poor because the job the music job I had wasn't very well paid, and then I just didn't get the chance to, I was just working so much. Man, it would have been so good. LA is expensive, yeah. I lived in a pool house. I lived in a house in North Hollywood. Yeah, like a sort of pool house behind the main house. It was lovely though. Like, it was tiny. Everything was tiny. But it was pretty small. But it was comfortable. I was happy enough. It was cozy. Yeah, it's definitely cozy. Just put down every ticket as a business expense. Also includes movie tickets, concert tickets, games you buy. Man, okay. I had a talk with my accountant, and he said it has to be related to a project that the company's working on. Maybe this is different for sole traders, but because I'm working under a company structure, it's like he was worried that it wouldn't, like, I don't know. Maybe I have another talk to him. I feel like we should be able to do this. I feel like I should be able to do this. Or maybe I should just use it on my personal... I don't know. Bloody accountants. Get in the road of everything. What concert you watch that makes you get goosebumps? I saw ACO last night. So Australian Chamber Orchestra. They played... I think it's called Winter something? Landscape? Winter something? I forget. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. But it was essentially like Scandinavian inspired music. You know, Scandinavian composers. And like folk music. And they had essentially ACO with a trio of vocalists. They're called the medieval trio, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. And also this amazing trumpet player, Arve Peterson. I haven't actually seen him play before, but he can make this trumpet sound like, I don't know, like a wind instrument, like a shakuhachi. Like, it almost sounds like, I don't know, the tone that he had, it was just stunning. Like, it was jazzy. Like, I would imagine like a lot of jazz trumpets can probably do this kind of style, but I mean, I think he's probably taking it to the next level. But it was beautiful, like just so beautiful. I came out of that so, like, so alive. I felt so alive. ACO has given us some of probably the best concerts I've ever been to, actually. No. Sadly, Mina, no. Company. Director of the company. Although sometimes I really feel like it would be so much easier if I was under Soul Trader. There's a lot of structural nonsense that goes on, but that is what it is. Yeah, so ACO is great. ACO has been fantastic over the years. It's one of the few ensembles, at least that comes to Brisbane. There's probably a lot more that happens in Sydney and Melbourne, but ACO just tries stuff. They have really amazing programming, where they, like, you know, quite often will break up a large work with other things. Like, so it's not just the one work all the way through. You're kind of getting this sort of, like, works in dialogue with the you know, the work that they're working the way through. It's so wonderful to hear it happen. It's very good. Good morning, Pruning Maniac. Not too cold today, no. I'm still wearing shorts, so it still tells me it's not that cold. Still got my little shorts on. Have I been to meet Hans Zimmer concert? No, I have not. He did come to Brisbane. But I think I was doing something that I couldn't get out of, so I don't know. I don't know what it was, but yeah, missed my opportunity. It's all gone now. I can't ever see him again. Yeah, ACO are fantastic. Yeah. They make, they play a lot of modern repertoire, so it's not just, you know, classical stuff. It's a lot of very modern classical, which I really appreciate. I really do. Because it's just more exciting, guys. It's really exciting. Exciting to hear new music. Newish music, anyway. You like Dragon's Lullaby? Yeah. I wrote this for my wife years ago, and everyone thinks that I'm calling, because I call it Dragon's Lullaby, I'm calling her a dragon, and it's not true. It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. Okay. Beautiful out in the sun, nice. That could be a compliment? Okay. Alright, maybe we should try and write some music. I don't know. We've been chatting for quite a while. Turn that off. So today we're going to work on a track that I started in Feb, and it's kind of like, I was like, I don't know what this is doing. But I don't know, we'll give it a crack today. See if we can sort of push it forward a little bit. I mean, dragons are awesome, yeah. That's the reason why I wrote it, because Amanda liked dragons, and so I wrote a dragon song. Which is very, I think at the time we had just seen Two Towers, and so it sounds a lot like Gollum's song from the end of the Two Towers soundtrack. So that's maybe a little bit of that going on. There may be a little bit of that going on. She collects treasure. Yeah. She does collect a lot of stuff. That's definitely true. A lot of stuff. We have a studio space here in West End, and it's like there's one big room out past this wall, and a little hallway, and then like a kitchen area over here, and then it comes into my little studio space here. And my studio space is pretty much what you see here. Like there's a little bit of room here, but that's it. But all her stuff, all her weaving equipment and her materials, all her storage takes up the entire rest of the space. Just she needs a lot of space. Needs a lot of stuff to do the things that she does. Daenerys, maybe me. That's the problem. Yeah. Does that means I probably need to be rethinking my situation because she might end up going pretty crazy at the end? Is that is that what I need to worry about? I'll ask her. I'll ask her and see if what she thinks. All right. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. She does need the space. We can't fit in our apartment, so back in Sweden we were you know, our whole apartment was pretty much her loom, her weaving loom, and her storage space pretty much. And I kind of liked it, guys. It was really nice and cozy. Nice and cozy in there. I kind of liked it. Yeah, that's right. So Golem Song does have vocals. That's true. So it's very different. Yeah. Very different. Are we making trap beats today? Yeah. Yes? How you doing, everyone? No. Unfortunately, I'm too old for trap beats. I don't know if I could even tell you what a trap beat sounds like. Kidding. All right. So this, I'll play what we got. There isn't much to this. So, you know, don't judge me. But here we go. We'll play what we got. I'll make sure it's working, by the way. I don't know if I've got the routing right. DAW input. Where is this going? Bus, that goes there. This is going here. Okay. I hear sounds. So that's all we got. Clearly I got a lot of work done that first session that we did this, but that's okay. Listen to the Miles Morales soundtrack. Lots of amazing orchestra trap hybrid. Nice. Yes, the Into the Spider-Verse stuff. Some cool stuff in there. Absolutely. Very inspiring, actually. Actually, I mean, I have done trap-like things, like the animation versus Minecraft and stuff that I do for Alan Becker. Do a lot of animation work for him. The things that they've made me do, like I had to pull out to sort of make, you know, have been sort of trap-like. There's been a lot of like beats. I don't normally make beats, you know. So I need to make a post-rock drum beat. Yeah, okay. It's got that sort of shoegazer guitar-y kind of sound, like it's a synth, but Yeah, so maybe it needs to have a little bit of like do a little bit of like shoegazer. I don't know. It wasn't my intention, I don't think. I was gonna make like pick it up, I think. So like the sort of the rhythm starts to sort of build a little bit more. What I'm hearing in my head, we'll see if it actually translates into real life. Doesn't always. I picked E-bass exactly. I went a few years back. Like I really fell in love with Explosions in the Sky. It was like a sort of post rock band. They don't really. There's no vocals. It's just kind of guitars and them doing their thing. They get a lot of. They used to. I suppose they still do. I don't know. They used to get a lot of placements in films because they're instrumental music essentially. But they also had like a vibe. They're very vibey. But my wife and I went and saw them in concert here in Brizzy at the concert hall, which felt like a really good venue for them because they'd be like, because they're very vibey. But oh my God, that concert was so loud. It was so loud, guys. It was so loud. Like it's the music. It's like this wall of sound, sort of, ambient, sort of delayed guitars and e-bowed sort of strings but it was just so loud. Explosions in the sky. Explosions in the Sky. That was the band. Oh, I never felt so old in my life, guys. I really didn't. That was years ago. Anyway, I've also decided that I've started with the wrong template. So I've got the wrong kind of instruments loaded, which is a bummer. So we may have to do a bit of loading. A bit of loading of stuff so we can actually... What are we loading here? It's the bass. Okay. So we're going to have maybe some brass, I think, and some short strings. Yeah. I'm alright. I guess we're going to drop it out there. So was that Studio One got a new update where it lets you move your templates around from project to project? Oh, okay. I do have like so Cakewalk does have what's called track templates. So it's ones where if you're in the track view, you can insert from track template. I used to have one set up for like if I wanted the brass section from my main orchestral template, I would just I would make it a track template for that, and so I could just load it in. But on this computer, I never got around to doing that, or I never moved the templates across. I don't know what happened. They disappeared. So I haven't done that, but it's like, it stays like this for, okay, maybe I need to like spend a bit of time doing that. It would be good. Does it mean like you can load up one of your like, because if I go new here, I've got my templates that I would normally use here. Is it that you can like load a template into an existing track? Is that how it works? Kind of curious. I didn't think about what's next. need to think about what's not after cakewalk, you know? You gotta sell me on these things. If you want me using your favorite door, you need to sell me. What instruments are you using? Are the instruments you use through something like native access? Yes. A lot of them are. A lot of like through some sort of thing. Like I'm using a lot of, particularly in this track, I'm using a lot of native instrument stuff. Not Ashlight, Straylight, and pianos and whatnot. The strings are all the Sport libraries, so performance samples libraries and some Spitfire libraries. But a lot of my template for the like orchestral stuff, actually still only like most of the brass and most of the percussion. I still only use the East West libraries, the Hollywood brass and percussion, and I've been subscribed to the Composer Cloud for donkey's years. So I just use them through that, and there's a lot of stuff in that if you're willing to explore. I really need to rethink because there's a lot of stuff I don't use, and so it's like coming down and making a decision about what things I do actually use a lot, and maybe rethinking about like buying them, buying the libraries that I actually use the most, and then considering not using the Composer Cloud subscription. But it's like I also I just don't as well. I don't give time to these things that much until it's only when I'm sitting down to do like the reconciliation for my business bank accounts, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm still paying for this thing. Oh yeah, I'm still paying for that thing. It's like normal life, like Netflix and Disney Plus. Like it's all these subscriptions that you kind of just like sometimes you don't use them for months at a time, but you're still paying for them. It's the same in everywhere now. Minecraft story mode. Okay. All right. Anton, how you going? Sorry, I saw you earlier and I did not say hello. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing good. I was just about to go to bed. Nice. Hello. Hope you're well. Has Rick been working you lately? She give you all the instruments for free. Yeah, I'll ask them. I'm sure they'll do it for me. I don't know. So every interaction I've had with, see you, mate. Enjoy your day, Mina. Every interaction I've had with East West has kind of been a little bit aggressive. I don't know. At one point, I upgraded to some different version of the Composer Cloud that got me access to the platinum libraries or whatever. I don't know. That's really high end stuff, the mint stuff, and but it broke something, and it meant like I was still had templates and projects that were still using the gold versions of these libraries, and by upgrading it meant that the gold versions were no longer available. And so what happened was that I ended up having to like I got kind of pissed off at this because I thought that, if you upgrade to the full thing, you get everything, not just the platinum. And then it was not advertised anywhere that was the case, and I got kind of cranky with them, and then I ended up having to buy a separate license just for the gold stuff, so I could open up old projects that still use the gold. Oh my god. Anyway, it's fine. We're still alive. But I don't know. I don't know how I'll be. Whether I'll be getting free stuff for them anytime soon, I don't know. Trying to find a good symphony and solo strings that sound good. I suppose it depends on how you use them and what you mix them with. It really does, actually. I find I love performance samples. They're a good vibe. They also like very, very specific in what they do. So it's not everyone's cup of tea. Like, I feel like the Hollywood strings, that was my workhorse for years. And it still sounds really good. Still get a full, a full orchestral sort of sound from them. It's really nice. A lot of people swear by cinematic solos, cinematic strings, cinematic studio strings. That's the one. CSS. And they have a solo library as well called CSSS, Cinematic Solo Studio Strings or something. CSS sucks. Oh, well. Well, clearly not everyone's cup of tea either. But they might be an option for you as well. Yeah, it depends. I feel like everyone should start out with a core library that does kind of like every section fairly well. Um, so that's why it's always fun to like start with one of the bigger, like fully fleshed out sample libraries that have, not just the strings, but the brass and the percussion and the woodwinds. So that it gives you like essentially a platform, like you have everything sort of mostly covered. If you're interested in this kind of music, obviously you don't have to do what I do. But if you're interested in orchestral music, I think it's probably good to get that platform first and then start branching out from there, and finding libraries that fill in niches, you know what I mean, that you don't have covered using those base libraries. So finding something that has the full thing. Yeah, one day, Yannick. I'm very close to buying CSS. Even though I know Vista 2 is just around the corner. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, so like getting something that has that full thing, and then so that's why I've always been an East West guy. So I've had the symphonic. Was it a symphonic orchestra? East West Quantum Leap Symphonic Orchestra, and then I moved to the Hollywood Orchestra when they upgraded. And then I've been spanned out from there, Did I buy Marshland? Yes, I did. I've still yet to use it in a track fully yet, but it's glorious. I love it. Very, very flexible. Lux strings, Vac. Lux strings. I remember you talking about this at one point. Oh, I'll bring it over here. Boo, 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 boo. Lux strings. Sonoscore. Let's have a little look-see. Let's play some demos. Can you hear that? Yeah. Two belly. Pretty cool. They're very warm, very lush, very nice. Hey, Two Belly, thank you so much for the raid. How you all doing? I don't know when you finish. I'm sorry. Jag talar inte Finnish. Finska? Finska? How y'all doing? Yeah, I was checking out some. So someone had Yannick in chat had suggested that they, well, not suggest, but they say they use Lux a lot. Lux strings. I was checking them out. Welcome on in. We're always looking for samples. You know, that's the life. We need to write some music. How y'all doing? Welcome on in. I'm Scott. I write music and stuff. Do a shout out. I can do shout outs, can't I? Shout out. I think this is how it works. I'm such a noob. Do I have to do @2belly? I don't know how this works. Let's try that. Did that work? It worked. You're playing Grand Theft Auto. Nice. I'm so hyped for 6. Really hyped. I think everyone's hyped though. The sampling is the expensive one. Yeah, $4.99 US. That's not cheap. That's not cheap, but that's okay. Business expense, Yannick. Hope you're all well. I hope the gaming was gaming. Hope it was gaming. Today we're working on music. This is what we do here. We make music. This is the game. It is a bit like a game sometimes. This is a library track. It's kind of like uplifting stuff, orchestral. Something I started earlier this year, and I kind of put it aside, going, I don't know, man. I don't feel it. But now we're just trying to see if we can actually do something with it. So this is the end game, exactly. So my idea was that we'd have it drop away here. Oh, Kiwian. What is this piano? Oh, it's a handcrafted. Okay. Thank you, Tubelli. Tubeli? I don't know, actually. I don't know how you're supposed to say a name, but thank you, buddy. Thank you. It's like at the time, I don't know, it's like, it's very short, so I don't know what I was thinking at the time. Clearly I was a bit despondent, but it's not too bad. We can make this work. Fell for the marketing. What did I fall for? I mean, I always do. I am a sucker. Does the live stream help you work and find inspiration? It can help me work. I mean, at the moment, I feel like not so much. It used to be like part of the live streaming was really the only time that I wrote music when I was working in Sweden. Like for like 5 years. That was like, it was my music time. Oh, the handcraft, I did, Yannick. Yes, I did. And I'm very tempted by the next one, which is the yeah, is it the mallets? It's not a bad piano. I don't mind it. can't play it for some. Oh no, it's got wrong. No, what is happening right now? It's just not playing. Not accepting my keyboard. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I fell for it though. I totally did. I totally did. Can it do Marvel trailer? Was it work related to music? It was actually not. I was doing science. So my whole story is like I did start in music early on in my career. I did a music degree. I went and worked in LA for a little bit, and then I just completely burnt out. Completely burnt out. Did not want to do music anymore. So I ended up going back to university. I studied science and I got a PhD. I went and worked as a soil science researcher for like 5 years. And and it was during that sort of 5 year stint, a little bit before that, I started working with Rick Anton, who was one of the guys at Silver Screen, who I do a lot of arranging and orchestration work for. I worked with him starting in like 2017, I think. And then he sort of, yeah, that sort of started playing, sort of prompting me to start playing with music again. But then we moved to Sweden, and I got a job at a university there doing research, and music was just slowly becoming more of a background hobby thing, and what was I talking about? And the stream, because because it was just so hard to keep myself accountable to create music as a hobby. Like, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with this when there is no absolute reason for them to be doing it. You often kind of put it to the side and do other things that you do need to do, particularly if you're busy, particularly if you've got a family. I don't have a family. I have a wife, but I don't have kids, so I don't have that excuse. But it was just easy to put to the side. So I think having, like, I did a stream like 3 nights a week in Sweden for many years, 3 years, 4 years. And that was my writing time. That was the time I wrote music. And that was incredible for future me, because it was that consistency, because it allowed me to consistently write music and put out music. And it was that time that has allowed the library to grow to a point where I'm now working for myself again. I'm not doing science anymore. I'm back in Australia and I'm doing music full time. Because the library, that consistent push, when I was doing these live streams, was what got me to a point where the library was doing well enough that I could just, call it quits. Even though I love science, Don't get me wrong, I really miss it. But the music is fairly, like, to be frank, music pays more, which says a lot, you know. So yeah, music is always better as a hobby. I agree. I think, but I think the library, I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't that I have a big library. I don't know if you know, folks in chat may not know that I have a large, I guess, a collection of works that I give out for free. Like, you can download them and use them in your videos and stuff. But the reason why, like, I did it was because I just wanted to, like, just explore, and, like, I didn't want to put value on my music. I just wanted to, like, everyone here, there's a few people have heard this spiel so many times, and I'm so sorry, but this is what it is. I didn't want to put value on music, so I just started releasing this music under essentially Creative Commons. And then, yeah. And it's this freedom. Like, the library allows me to just do whatever I want, you know? And even though now it actually generates income for me, but it doesn't feel like a job to me. It doesn't feel like work. it feels like a place to explore things for myself. And that's exactly what you should be doing as a, like, if you're working in a creative thing or anything really. Everything has a creative element to it. And if you're like shoebox so much that you have to create this one particular thing over and over again as your job, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it because there's no freedom, there's no ability to grow and explore and have fun. So yeah, so that's the reason why I'm still doing it, I think. And that's why I've felt so much happier coming back to music as a full-time job, because it wasn't what I had before. When I was working in LA, I was writing a very particular kind of music. It had to fulfill a role. It was often not what really what I wanted to write, and it wasn't fun. And so, yeah, so the library's good. Library's good for that. Yeah, exactly, pizza. Exactly. Yeah, so the live streaming is good. At the moment, I don't know, because I'm not doing it enough that like I'm only doing like one stream a week these days. Because I'm doing a lot of more custom, like actual project work that I can't show because of NDAs. So I'm doing a lot less streaming. And because I'm doing a lot less streaming, I tend to do a lot more chatting, which means I'm not getting much work done when I'm on stream. So there's that issue. But that's okay. It is what it is too. It is what it is. Thank you, Cub. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cut here. So like a little drop away and then maybe a build. That's what I'm thinking. I might keep this going. Your idea, Yannick, before of like the post-rock thing, maybe we could have fun with that? Or maybe just keep that going. I feel like a... Nope. Ah! weird piano thing is kind of a bit too crazy. Turn it down a little bit. Wow. Oh, that's awesome, Duelin. That is so cool. Thank you. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. It really does. Can you believe it is August right now? Like, what is happening? What is happening? What have I done this year? I haven't done anything. That's not gonna work with that synth. I feel like the piano that I'm using might be better if it was noir. I'm gonna like. It's just too upright grand, upright. Not just upright. Can you have an upright grand? Upright grand piano? That'd be pretty amazing. Where is it? Noir. There are other pianos that I should probably download from. It's from. Okay, maybe I'm using. That's an old. The problem that right now I have is that I have like 3 different versions of Contact installed, and so like not all of them are like currently supporting libraries that I have installed. Here we go. Go this way. Noir. There we go. The chords were good. I agree. I think the chords were right. It's just too warm. Too warm, the piano. So let's have a play. Piano. We're gonna send to the piano effects. Or is that? Oh no, that's already doing it. Get rid of that. And then Is it cold? So I live in Australia. So at the moment it's actually winter time for us, which is a bit weird. And I agree, it must be weird considering that Europe is pretty much uh like the hottest place on the planet right now. Um, but yeah, it's winter time. But it's not very. It's winter time, and I'm wearing shorts, so it's not like it gets very cold here. It's just cold enough. But I'm actually thinking of taking it off. So you know what I mean. But I live in Brisbane, so Brisbane. Brisbane winter is about the same as Swedish summer. I lived in Sweden for 5 years, and Sweden summer is Brisbane winter. Brisbane does not get cold. It gets pleasant. In the summertime it gets hot and humid, and I'm not a big fan. But the winter time is lovely here. Winter time it's peak. Finland's been really cool. Well, that's good. That's good. Don't need the heat. It also has a warmth to it too. Might just do that again. I have to have a quick bio break. Yeah, it's crazy, Everett. Like, and I can imagine, like, it's one thing to experience temperatures like that. It's also another thing to experience it in a part of the world that's not equipped to deal with it. So, like, we can get to 37 degrees here in Brizzy, but we kind of expect it, like that it's going to be hot, and we have buildings that are sort of built to, withstand that heat, and we have air conditioning, and we have like it's very common, and we have plenty of places where people can go if your home doesn't have air conditioning, like it's well equipped to deal with it. Whereas in a lot of Europe, like, you don't have air conditioning, like that's not a thing you have to deal with. Big bottom, I'll check it out, Anton. Exactly, everyone. And so, like, this is like it's catastrophic. Like, if you're dealing with this so much, more than previously, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you do? It's not like you can escape it. Other than find a body of water and just sit in it. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna have a quick buy break. I'll play whatever we got here. We're making so much progress today. Oh my god. Go check out this big bass patch. Sound design? Is it in the felt one? Maybe it's in the felt version. Same in France, yeah. I mean, I'm so surprised about France. I mean, I feel like some of those southern regions do get pretty damn hot. So, even in normal years. So I don't know, but I don't know. It's just we're in a world of our making, guys. Might actually have a volume drop. Kuha, thank you so much for the follow. I think it is hidden, yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff. I think it's something you can. I think you could do a month by month, so you could actually could give it a go and see how you feel. I haven't tried. Also, I want to. I need to download their. They got a chamber strings thing that they released maybe last year, and I haven't given it a go yet. But that's by all accounts, though, that's pretty good too. Oh, dearie do. So I'll extend some of these strings, have to sort of rise into the drop. Not too much, though. Frogs on this planet being here on this planet at least as long as the dinosaurs? I did not know that. Wow. That's impressive. It's a long time. Maple, how you going? That is cool. Where are my Vista strings? Getting lost. News. Guys, I've been reading Return of the King. I've been making my way through reading the actual books for Lord of the Rings. Guys, the books are so much better than the movies. I can't. I don't know if I'm betraying people here, but the movies they change things. The book feels better. Much more happier with the books so far. I only just started Return of the King, but already there's differences. Like first, 2 chapters. Pretty bonkers. I'm just gonna do this. Pretty bonkers. Like there's a whole in Return of the King of like Gandalf and Pippin trying to convince Denethor to light the beacons to get Gondor to come. This is anyone who hates Lord of the Rings lore, I'm so sorry. It's not that deep lore, but it's still people talking about Lord of the Rings and getting finicky about it. But in the movie, yeah, like Gandalf and Pippin are they're trying to convince Denethor, the guy who's running the Gondor essentially, to light the beacons to let tell Rohan to come and save them. But and they have to do this sort of tricky sort of thing to light the beacons without someone knowing, and it's a thing, it's like a dramatic thing. But it doesn't happen in the book. The book is just like the book starts with Pippin and Gandalf riding to Minas Tirith, which is the big city, big white city, and they're noticing that the beacons have already been lit. So the beacons are already lit. Like there's no like trying to convince this distraught guy to like light the beacons. Like, they've already done that. And Rohan's already resolved, like even well before the beacons were lit, to go to Minas Tirith to defend the world of men. You know, like it's just so much more drama in the movies that just isn't there in the books. And out of story messenger, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's not much to it. There's not like much. There's not much, not much screen time in the books given to this kind of decision making. It's already happened. I find that funny. Well, it's just, I feel like it'd just be, maybe they think it would just be boring. They need a little bit of like conflict to drive the story forward in the film. But it's like I don't feel like it in the book. Maybe in the book you don't need it because there's more time. Well, there's more time devoted to Pippin like exploring the city and talking to people, and there's more time given to Aragorn and the guys in Rohan doing their thing, and they're making their plans, and like it's different, I guess. Yeah, you're right, Pete Scotland. It is still probably the best we'll ever get. I haven't seen the new. I watched the first season of The Rings of Power, but I haven't seen the second one. Or is there a third one as well? I don't know. Isn't it any good? Is it worth watching? The Finnish Hobbit? Is a Finnish Hobbit? Okay. That'd be interesting. I'd also love to watch there's an animated version of Lord of the Rings. That's apparently very good. That a lot of kids would have grown up on in like the 70s. It's a meme. Okay. It's a meme because it's like, oh, it's a screenplay from the early 90s. Okay. Thank you, Tame. How you doing? How you doing? Can you ask what preferred for your bass lines? Get those deep echoey notes you're building on. I don't know what I'm using for bass. It's a lot of piano. Piano tends to have, you know, be quite nice and quite deep. So I often use that as just pretty much. That's not really nice note. So that's mostly what I'm using. There is some low bass here. So this is actually from Museo. This is another collection, like kind of East-West, that you also might want to check out. Also very good. And they have some stuff in there, including they got the Nashville scoring strings. And so I actually really love the bass in this. Yeah, I love it so much that now it's my new bass, like my new, like essentially bowed bass. It's very clear, and like other ones are very like, here's one from Vista. This is performance samples. And it's just too noisy or something. I kind of hate using it. This is the Nashville. Very clear. Oh, ads. Ah. Yes, I have, and I was showing. I have other bases, and there's one I got loaded here. This is the performance samples, which is the Vista, and I love Vista, but I really have never ever used the bases. It is something. There's just no. Feels like I can't really hear the bass note very well, whereas this is the Nashville. Really nice legato. Hey, come on. Thank you. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, this one's, it's more, yeah, in your ear, it's clearer, more resonant. Like you can feel the bass, the actual, like the fundamental. And I want that. That's what I want the bass to do. I want it to play the note. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nashville's great. Actually, very good. Very good strings. For some reason, Grumpy Monkey was held up by the bot as being a lewd word. I don't understand. Ochuhi, thank you. Okuhi? Thank you very much, buddy. You know, there's a free thing you can switch between those loose NKI files. If you load up a few in an instance of contact, you can use a script called Easy Switcher. Easy Switch? Easy Switch. Okay, I'll check it out. Easy Switch. Multi-script. Huh, okay. Cool. Thanks, man. I'll check it out. The up is FM8, I think. And like the sort of guitar-y sounding sort of synth is Straylight. B Dorian. I think it's just fairly straightforward. Mostly an A. Bloody Mike. What was I doing? You need to sing when playing, but I always find it awkward with people around. Yeah. You're not really here with me, so it's less awkward. For some reason. I think there's when you can't write something you like, you end up feeling frustrated after a day's work, or even feel like giving up at all. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I guess I'm at the point where I will have a frustrating day, but it's not something that will, like, I know that I'll eventually figure it out. I believe that I will always get there in the end. I'll also accept that some days I just don't know where the road's supposed to lead me on a certain piece or on a project, and you just got to walk away for a bit. I'm lucky I'm in a position where I don't have to like cram it out. I don't have to push out every project as quickly as I can. So I do have the flexibility to just walk away for the day. You know, if I've showed up in the morning and nothing is coming, I can just go for a walk. I can just actually have the afternoon off, do something completely different and clear my head. It's okay. I think it's okay to be in a place where you don't know how to solve a problem. Because you get to like use those skills that you've learnt to problem solve. Have I made music for Worm Online? No, I haven't. At least not purposefully. Maybe they've used it for actually like put my library music in there. It's possible. I often don't know the extent of the places that my music gets used. Did I tell you last week that, or week before, I think, that bloody Donald Trump used one of my tracks, or at least the Treasury used one of my tracks in revealing their new $2 Trump coin? Isn't that cool? Isn't that really cool, guys? They didn't even credit me, so that's even better. Maybe I don't really want to be credited in that though. Or maybe it's better to leave it like that. But yeah, someone linked it to me. It was on there, on the US, it was actually on the White House Twitter page where they announced it. I think they used I don't know, Terminus, I think. Anyway, I was like, I have very bad I had a very bad experience with the Bolsonaro government in Brazil using my music, and I did a DMCA of one of their videos, and it was like weeks of like craziness on social media. So stressful. I don't ever want to do that again. So I kind of just like, if I see things or hear things, I just kind of like block my ears. Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Gatchling, yeah. I don't know what we're doing. That'll do. That piano synth thing went a bit crazy though. That went a bit nuts. We're jamming, that's right. Managed to find a great use for Balfi. Nice. Run essentially D&D campaigns with virtual reality. That'd be so cool. Oh my gosh. I really want to get VR. I feel like I'm coming in at exactly the wrong time though. I feel like everyone's about to like stop making content, like making stuff for VR. But I would love VR, man. I want to play a cool space game in VR. Do you like the idea that music can be heard in lots of places without anyone knowing that you're the one who made it? I think that's what fascinates me about film music. Yeah, I love the idea. I love, I love knowing that it can be, that I can help people, you know, to help create their stories by having my music in there. Having access to reasonable music to do that. I think that gives me a rush for some reason. And I like that. Like I don't have to manage it so in the same way as a lot of other libraries tend to be very rigorous in how the music is used. And like I don't want it to be used in like for Donald Trump's crap, but I also I I like seeing it in weird places, like there's so many strange places that it pops up in. Like even in my own YouTube feed, it appears out of nowhere. It's like, wow, what's there? How about that? um I love it. I reckon it's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, a lot of people would probably be freaked out by that, but I kind of love it. I love the idea of it. And I like I like film music in general and game music because you're serving a greater purpose with it. Like you're kind of contributing towards something that's greater than the sum of its parts. So like, working on games has been really amazing because I get to be part of a process that creates things that I love. Like the games, I love playing games and I love playing the games that I've been a part of. And like being able to be a part of that, like to be part of that is so cool. It's so cool. And not everyone who plays the game will know that I wrote the music, but I don't care. That's fine. I think that's cool. I contributed to something that a lot of people love, and I get a bit of a kick out of that. I really do. Hurdling. I was very, I think it's on Game Pass. I was very close to installing that. I probably should go back and do that. Music's so great, that's cool. But I also kind of love the people who go out of their way to find you. Like they heard you in X and X, and like and they went and like did the work to find me on the internet. A lot of people love it and never know it was you. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I love people who come and actually do find me, because they're the people who actually really do care about music and are really interested in what I'm doing, and like it's nice. They're nice people. I haven't actually listened to the Remnant soundtrack. No, Remnant 2. Those are games I actually would love to go back and play. I've never actually played them, but I've watched them being played by a few streamers. Looks like a lot of fun, particularly Remnant 2. So yeah, You Shall Rise. Okay, I'll check it out. I have to check it out. There's a lot of that happening these days where, like albums, even though a lot of this, like a lot of the score for a game will be very like, you know, underscorey background music, but then they'll have like a, you know, like kind of like the soundtrack albums, like film soundtrack albums, particularly in the 90s, always had like um the big hit song, like the classic one that you think of is Titanic, right? Where it's the oh, what's her name? What's her name? But no, My Heart Will Go On. Like it started like a huge movement in like having these big hit singles for films. Celine Dion, thank you everyone, thank you, Miss Titanic. But that's like started a huge trend. And we're starting to see that now in games as well, which is fantastic. Having these like title tracks, these like singles that can like break through, that sort of stand out a little bit. I love that. I love that so much. I I have to admit I have not played. Have any played Expedition 33 yet? I imagine most of you have. I have not gotten to it yet. Um, and I need to play it. Mostly because like its music is apparently like some of the greatest game music of all time, and I I need to absorb it. But I hate playing. I hate listening to music without at least experiencing some of like the medium that it was in the first place. So like, you know, seeing the movie before listening to the soundtrack, or playing the game before listening to the soundtrack, and I need to do that at least a little bit. I don't have to finish it, but I'd like to um be able to play it a little bit before I go listen to it. But I need to because it's like the same kind of way. It's like a big part of current oh, excuse me. Current music, current game music, like it's the zeitgeist, right? Like it was like it blew everyone out of the water. Even it was a year where Austin Wintory released a score and he didn't win it. Like what the hell, man? He's doing Fire Elite 2. I didn't. Fire Team Elite, Fire Team Elite 2. I didn't realize they were doing a second one. That's great. That makes me happy. He blew the first square out of the water. He's the perfect guy because he's such a nerd for and I say this in the most like loveliest way. He's like a nerd for those like the nerd for Jerry Goldsmith, and like I'm there for it. He's the perfect person for this to fill those shoes. I love Thomas Newman. I feel like I have not listened to enough of his work though. Um, but such a like influential composer, I think. Beautiful, beautiful writer. Steven, how you going? How you going, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, I feel like I have not listened to enough. I think I really liked his. There's a few scores like he did was it American Beauty? And was it what was the other one that I think of? What's the one? What's the one? What's that one called? What's it called, everybody? What's the thing called? It had Brad Pitt in it. Where he's like oh no, I don't remember. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's like a drama. It's a drama. It's got Brad Pitt and and another guy. I can't remember his name. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anthony Hopkins, I think. All the Mendes movies. Okay, so it's probably the ones I'm thinking of. Green Mile, no. Well, the Shawshank, very good too. Um. Oh, now it's gonna drive me nuts if I don't find out. Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Kind of a generic melody, but that's okay. We'll work with it for now. We'll play it. Of course, I'm thinking of the Finnish Hobbits. Yeah, absolutely. Really need to go. We haven't. My wife is really busy at the moment, and we haven't had a chance to go see the Odyssey or Spider Man. But the Odyssey is probably one I'm thinking most about at the moment because I really want to listen to the score. Because I really do. I really do. But it's like the same rules apply here. I don't want to listen to the score, particularly for film. Film feels like a big spoiler when you listen to it. Film music, that is, feels like a big spoiler for the film. You haven't seen the film, so I think I really need to go see this film. I need to just drag my wife to the movie theater. Absolutely, Haven. Particularly in a lot of TV shows, like TV scores, you hear that a lot. And especially like older TV, like we've been watching, yeah, when is Vista 2 coming out? We we need to spam Jasper's inbox just to like pressure him to release it. Release the Vista 2 files. Um, we've been watching a lot of West Wing. Have you guys watched West Wing? West Wing's like one of our favorite TV shows. Of a world where the president is actually, a decent man, making decent decisions. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that. But there's a lot. The music in that show it's alright. The theme's pretty good. But the music's a bit, and there's like a few episodes there where they're dealing with like I guess terrorist plot lines, particularly in the wake of like 9/11. There's a sort of there is storylines that sort of explore these concepts, and they use the composer. I think his name is he's like his we call him Snuffy. I call him Snuffy. He's got like two acronyms like GWG Snuffy Walden or something. Um, but he uses a lot of these like out of the box kind of particularly in these episodes, these out of the box like ethnic wind dance sounds, like straight from like some packaged library. Like it's a bit like Ra, like if you just bought the East West library for Ra, and there's like those pre-performed patches of like Duduk and things like that. Um, and he just uses it all the way through those episodes, and you go, okay, I know that patch, I know that one, and I'll never use them because of that. Like it's just I can never do it. Can never do it. I recommend TV show Widow's Bay. I've never heard of it. Riku suggested it. Okay, Widow's Bay. Widow's Bay. Okay, I'll check it out. I don't know what is it about. How do I feel about Bill Conti's music? I don't know. Again, another composer I've never really listened that much of his score work. But I know he was like all over the 80s and 90s, so I feel like I should know. I feel like I really should. Widow's Bay is really good. Okay, all right. Main suspense comedy teetering on the edge of horror. Oh, all right. Okay, curious now. Basically, it's a mayor of an island that's rumored to be cursed. He doesn't believe it. Nice. There's a bit of Sam Raimi. Oh, okay, all right. What's this? Low brass. Oh. That might be enough, actually. Oh, it's a George Miller show. Okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe I get it now. It's a show, I swear, I get creeped out, but what makes it gives you a chuckle as well. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a real not a huge on horror, but if it's got the comedy angle too, that makes you want to stay. Would make me want to stay. Definitely. So the reason why I opened this up was I wanted to add. I'll try the short spiccatos. Good morning, Hadley. Hope you're surviving. It's like the apocalypse over there at the moment. Yeah, it's getting there, Haven. I feel like I'm still trying to find the voice here, but I think we'll get there. I think we'll get there. Actually, what time is it? Oh crap. I've got to go. Okay, we'll load this and then make sure everything's saved. I think I have to stop. I have to go and have lunch so I can go do other things, Savo. Just in time for Headley to arrive. You know, I've got to get out of here. People say compliment your music on. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it, Headley. That's great. Oh, come on, performance. This is the only problem with performance samples libraries is that they take forever to load, at least for me. I need to do the whole. I have never done it. I keep on needing to do it, but there's like a batch resave thing. It's apparently supposed to make these load times quicker. I never do it. I never get around to it. I need a an assistant to just do things for me because I never get to do it. I never get around to doing things. This is contact. Oh no, this isn't contact date. No, I'll give that a go. Yeah, we didn't get a great deal of work today done, but that's all right. I love hanging out. I love hanging out with you guys. This is my also like another benefit from streaming is that this is my social time. I don't actually get to talk to anyone else. It's you guys or my wife. That's it. I don't have friends. At least friends that are interested in music. You know. Followed years ago during it loaded guys. Followed years ago during college and I got busy. Now you have a job. And you come back to Twitch and nearly all your followed channels no longer post. Oh, that's so sad, Nate, mate. I do remember you though. I absolutely do. No worries. Different time zone though, these days. But that's okay. We meet after all these years. I know. Things take forever. But we get there in the end. The most important thing. All right. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. thank you all. I hope you have a safe, time. To believe, thank you very much for the raid. If you're still here, thank you so much. We've had a nice chat with some new folks. It's been really fantastic. I will. You've been in what, 5 years? That's right. Jeez, 2021 is 5 years ago. Oh, it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. I probably won't stream again all week, so I'll see you next Tuesday again. Unless things change, unless I feel really creative and adventurous, then I might stream again. I really still need to do the streams for the afternoon streams for the European folk, because you shouldn't be awake at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or whatever time it is for you. Yeah, 2021, 14th of April, 2021. Man, well, welcome back, buddy. Hope you're well. How do you check? I don't know, actually. I don't know how yeah, 2019. Wow. You were right at the beginning of the streaming. Right at the beginning. Hardcore. Well, welcome back too. I hope you're well, buddy. Should have told we're all old. We're all so old. It's crazy. Night shift, haha. Oh, you're fine, audio root. Alright, guys, take it easy. Chat with you soon. Don't have a crazy week. Everyone stay cool. If it's hot where you are, stay cool. Warm, moist cloths on your neck, and a nice cool breeze somewhere. You can find it. You can do it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. I really ruined that fade out. I'm sorry, guys.